Retro flashback shake and bake with French's fried onions, potato sticks, and Cheez-Its. Why not? With the price of food these days, we're all going to have to get used to handling raw meat and breaking it down ourselves. When dealing with whole chicken, it's best if you get a good set of butcher's shears and go right for the backbone. You want to cut along the backbone on either side. Removing it completely. Of course, you want to keep this and make stock with it later. At this point, the only thing separating those two halves is that breastbone. And you can use those butcher shears to cut right through it. Like that. Now, if you lift up that half a chicken, you can feel where the leg separates from the breast and just cut along that. And they come apart. But these breasts are huge, and you can see where you can separate these and cut these in half too, making them quicker to cook, and everybody gets a piece of white meat. Those shears will even separate the leg from the thigh if you cut along that line of fat. See? We took a half a chicken and made it into 4 pieces. Now just do it to the other half. At $1.38 a pound, this chicken costs less than $9, which is still fucking ridiculous. Paying money for takeout's even worse. So you better learn how to put flavor in chicken quickly. With garlic, and instead of salt, soy sauce will bring another element to the party. And alcohol will help suck those flavors in. In this case, Chinese cooking wine. Shaoxing cooking wine.
Shaoxing cooking wine.
Shaoxing cooking wine, one of my fucking favorites. The alcohol in the wine is going to suck in that soy sauce and a little bit of this water, and cornstarch is going to help start the crispy coating. If you don't like touching raw meat, you may want to invest in a set of gloves like me. This needs at least an hour, but because of the booze, no more than overnight. For a nice flavor, this crispy coating starts with potato sticks, which you're going to want to pulse a couple, 2-3 times ahead. If you want the texture to be right later, you got to break down those long sticks first. French's crispy onions aren't just for green bean casserole. And Cheez-Its because, well, they're fucking Cheez-Its. And we got to break everybody down to the same texture. That's a lot of flavor. And you can tell there's a lot of fat in there too, which is going to be good for that crispy coating later. We're giving this roast chicken flavor with thyme, rosemary, sage, and chives. I have my own herb garden to save money. If you don't got fresh, use dried. But you got to use some kind of herbs, right? Cheez-Its and potato sticks got a lot of salt, but I am going to add a little more, and panko will round everything out. Just bring them together. Homemade chicken shake and bake. If you got one of those fancy air fryers, good for you. I got a pan with a rack. Actually, I got racks on racks. This quick marinade with cornstarch works perfect. It puts the marinade in the meat and makes it so the coating's gonna stick. This is homemade shake and bake. I know you know what to do. If you're old like me, say it with me. It's shake and bake. And I helped. The rack's gonna keep things elevated for maximum crispiness. This is kind of fun. I like it. Honestly, the shaking in the bag method works a fucking treat. Unless you got an enormous air fryer, a sheet pan on a rack in the oven is the way to go. Especially if your oven has convection. Convection, air fry, same difference. Just get it up to 400 so that we can get that crispy skin. I'm supposed to tell you it smells good or something in here? That's a fucking understatement.
It looks like shake and bake. That skin is crispy. That is delicious white meat and chicken, and that doesn't happen often. It's got that classic shake and bake flavor times 10.
Big flavor.
Oh yeah, give me the ranch. It's elevated shake and bake.
The stuff in the box never tasted like that.
Blows the original out of the water, but it's a great concept. It's so good.